Social Zoom Factor, episode 193.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Does your current website or blog got you down? Do you need a better hosting platform to help your business zoom turbo versus speeds that are slow and holding you back? No need to look any further than our partner HostGator. Have an existing site? No worries. They can seamlessly transfer your existing site for free and have you zooming turbo in no time for as little as $4 a month. Check them out at HostGator.com and save 30% on new hosting packages using the coupon code ZOOM, or simply go to socialzoomfactor.com/HostGator. The Marketing Nuts Agency helps companies transform their social and digital business from the inside out. Visit their website at www.themarketingnutswithaz.com for a client list, case studies, and some amazing free resources to get you started down the path of success. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today we're talking about the word promise, and we're talking about promises as it relates to digital and social marketing. And we're talking about making sure that we are making promises that we can keep. Are you ever guilty of making a promise online and you're finding it difficult to keep? Do you ever promise one thing but deliver another, and then you get an email or you get a tweet or you get a Facebook complaint of somebody telling you off? Well, maybe you're making the wrong promises. And as customer experience is our brand, I recently did a podcast episode on that. Everything you're doing online, what you say, what you do, your digital and your social body language, the experience that you're giving your customers is impacting your brand. You are building your brand reputation based upon how you engage, how you react, how you are proactive, and the experience that you are giving anyone that comes in contact with your brand on any of your owned digital platforms or digital and social platforms that you don't own, that you're just renting land, like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and Snapchat. Everything you say or do is going to come back to you and impact your brand one way or another. So today I want to talk about 7 tips to help you keep your promises. Because if you make a promise online, let's say it's the first time somebody has come in contact with your brand and they decide to trust you by giving you their email address or by liking your Facebook page, and you break that promise, maybe you are tweeting all day that you're all about quality over quantity and you're all about relationships, and then you send them a spam Twitter direct message, or you spam them on Facebook, or on Facebook, you're just all about your own promotions. You're breaking a promise. So let's talk about 7 easy ways that you can better keep your promises online and drive a higher conversion, because we want to drive conversions. All right. We want people to take the action that we want them to take. We want to grow our business. We want to grow our revenue. We want to grow our brand awareness. We want to build community. Hopefully you have specific goals and objectives and key performance indicators that you are tracking. And so keeping your promise is going to help you in achieving your goals and objectives. So tip number 1 is make the right promise. All right, make sure that you are making the right promise. Don't make a promise that you can't deliver on. Don't say this is the best, ABC since sliced bread, or it's the only one of its kind if you've copied it from all of your competitors. All right, I have actually seen people write up white papers and blog posts saying, check this out. This is, like one of a kind, whatever, the best of, and they've copied it from me or some of my peers. So make the right promise. Make sure that it's it's relevant. Make sure that it's unique. Make sure that it represents your brand. Make sure that it's accurate and true and authentic, and that you're being transparent in your communication. Tip number 2, as tempting as it is, do not oversell or spam. So don't oversell what it is you have to offer. Every headline you have doesn't need to be the best ever, the most compelling, the most fantastic. Just talk in normal English. Talk in words that people are going to look for and search for and understand and believe. Right? It's in our DNA for us to want to connect with other people who believe the same things that we do. So be honest, be real, be authentic. Just because there's other people in your industry that are talking about some of the same content that you are, you can still own it, and you can still provide your own perspective. You can still provide your own opinion, and people are going to read that content from you. They're going to listen to your videos. They're going to listen to your podcast. They're going to watch anything you're doing visually and on video. So you need to make sure that your content is representing you, and that it is human, and that you are not overselling and you are not spamming. Be very careful of things like Twitter direct messages that are automated. Be very careful on LinkedIn about when someone connects with you for the first time. Do not auto send them an inbox message selling them something. Focus on value and earning that relationship, earning that time in their inbox, earning that time on their Twitter timeline, right? Make sure that you are giving value first. It's the Gary Vaynerchuk method of, jab, 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 right hook. And I've heard Gary say that if he could have had, 50 more jabs on the title of that book, he would have had 50 of them. So you need to give, and then maybe you ask for something. All right. But you need to earn that ask. Okay. Tip number 3 is to make sure that you are descriptive and that you deliver. So you need to describe exactly what it is that you are offering, and then you need to deliver it. One of the number 1 key ways that people get frustrated with user experience and conversion funnels is when they think they're getting one thing and they get another. So that's why you're better off to just be very descriptive and honest on what it is you're providing, and then make sure you deliver it to them as quickly as you can. Don't overcomplicate it. All right, we have 4 more tips. I've delivered you 3 ways that you can better keep your promises to increase conversions online. We need to hear a few words from our sponsors because they are what keeps this podcast zooming. Give them a listen, and I'll be right back. Would you like to get your business zooming turbo online, but don't know where to start? Is website development not your thing? Check out HostGator.com for all of your hosting needs. They have easy one-click WordPress installs or drag and drop website builders. If you need even more help, their website design, setup, SEO, and even managed services can have you zooming in no time. We have been hosting our own and client sites at HostGator for years, and I can personally validate that their service by far beats out their competition. With one little tweet, email, or chat conversation, they are there and ready to help you Zoom or resolve any issues that may come up 24/7, 365 days of the year. HostGator has the capacity to grow with you and scale when and how you need them to without headache or costing you a fortune. Check out HostGator.com today and save 30% on new hosting packages with coupon code ZOOM, or simply go to socialzoomfactor.com/HostGator. Again, that's socialzoomfactor.com/HostGator. Do you ever feel stuck in a rut, like your online business and social business isn't all that it could be? The Marketing Nuts Agency helps small businesses clear up to the Fortune 50 brands, provide clarity and vision for current and future programs. The Marketing Nuts believe in ROI-driven decision-making while still inspiring audiences with relevant content. From social business strategy and consultation, influencer marketing, to corporate training and workshops, and fully outsourced digital and social programs. The Marketing Nuts helps you prioritize your investment, impact business goals, and inspire your audience to invest in a relationship with you. To start the conversation, visit www.themarketingnuts.com. I'm back. Okay, tip number 4, to make sure that you're making the right promises that you can keep to increase conversions online. Tip number 4 is make sure that you are educating clearly on the process. So, good example here. If somebody opts in to your email list, so they are going to receive, let's say, a white paper. We offer a ton of these, and they're going to download a white paper. Make sure you're very clear with them how that process is going to work. So let's say you provide a description of exactly what they're going to get on the landing page, maybe a little box, an opt-in box pops up. You tell them exactly what it is. You let them know if they're going to be joining your community, subscribing to your email list. Make sure you make that very clear. And then they provide their name and their email address. They hit submit. Then what happens? What we do on our email communications for email marketing is then we present everybody with another page where we tell them exactly what is going to happen. We say, okay, thank you so much for joining our community. Make sure that you check your inbox. Make sure you add this address to your whitelist in your email program. Expect to receive, if we're doing a double opt-in, we tell them to make sure they know that they're going to have to confirm their subscription first before they receive that, or that they will then receive the link or the white paper, the URL for the webinar, whatever it may be. We are very educational on the process. And even with that education, I still get people that don't read it and they still will write to me and say, hey, where is this? Or how do I find this? Where is the link to download the white paper? Well, if you read the email that you receive, it states clearly the link is underneath underneath my signature. But the thing you need to understand, when people are downloading and subscribing for information, whether they're paying for it or whether they are getting it for free, they're in a hurry. Oftentimes they're on their mobile device. They don't have time to read paragraphs and paragraphs of content telling them how you're going to deliver them this awesome resource that you say you have. So make it as clear, as concise as you possibly can, and make sure you're doing user testing on that experience. All right. And make sure tip number 5 is that you were telling them what to do. People want to be told what to do. So you need to make sure you're telling them step by step what is going to happen. So you're descriptive, you have the right promise, you are not overselling, you're educating them on the process, and you're telling them what they need to do to access the information, what they need to do to give you a payment, what they need to do to purchase and receive your product or service. Make it as clear for them as you possibly can. And tip number 6 is that you are focused on the user experience. All right. User experience is your brand. And I encourage you to check out the podcast I just did exactly on that topic. I will make sure to link to that and many other resources at the show notes page for this podcast. Just go to socialzoomfactor.com/193 because this is episode 193. But make sure you are looking in deep detail of what that user experience is from start to finish. How are all of your emails reading for confirmation? What does your double opt-in process look like? What does it look like if they're linked back to a Facebook page, to a LinkedIn page? Are you linking to the right pages? If you have apps that are integrated with Facebook, for example, maybe you have your email opt-in forms integrated with Facebook. When is the last time that you tested them? When is the last time that you tested the user experience from start to finish? Okay, user experience is your brand, and you are leaving an impression with your customer, potential customer, your community, and your audience with every single brand touch. Make sure that it matters and that it is bringing them closer to your brand, not pushing them away. It takes between 6 and 7 brand touches before anybody is going to remember your brand. And last but not least, tip number 7 is to simply engage. Make yourself available. If you want to increase conversions and you want to make sure that you are making promises that you can keep, reply to emails. If somebody sends you an email back from your email list that you sent out and it has your email address on it, reply. If they ask you a question, reply. And I get a ton of questions and just comments a lot of times on our email newsletters, and I make sure I'm available after after we hit send on one of those, even if it's a scheduled email that goes out first thing in the morning before I'm up or whatever it may be on a Saturday morning, I make sure I'm around to answer those questions that day. And I try to do it as quickly as I can. And many times I've had people write me back and say, wow, I can't believe I got a personal response from you. Of course you did, because I value your time. I value your input. I value the people who sign up to my email newsletter. All right. So whatever platform you're using, whatever conversion funnel you have set up, make sure that you are keeping your promise. And you don't have to over engineer this. Keep it simple. Be honest, be descriptive, deliver on what you promise, educate people on the process. Convenience is king. Make it convenient for them to engage with you, to communicate with you, and to do business with you. All right, there you have it in a nutshell. 7 tips to help you keep your promises and increase those conversions. I wish you the best of success in everything you're doing online and offline. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.